it's Belena, aspiraltotheself for another astrological energy forecast. This will be for the week of March 31st to April 6th of 2025. Thank you for clicking onto my video. If you're a returning member, subscriber, or viewer, welcome back to all family. It's good to see you guys again. I hope you are doing well. Thank you for your likes, your shares, your comments, subscribe, super thanks, and donations. I truly appreciate them all. And if you are new to this channel, welcome. It's good to see a new face here. I do pull oracle cards during this astrological energy forecast for the overall weekly energy. So please keep in mind that these are general oracle card readings. Therefore, the messages will not and may not resonate with everyone. So please take what resonates with you in your particular situation and leave the rest. Please don't try to make the story fit if it doesn't fit, okay? If it's not resonating with you, it just means that I'm not picking up on your energy, which is perfectly okay. In the areas of legal, law, finance, health, mental health, please know that I'm not an expert in those areas, nor do I claim to be, and if I mention them at all, it is either what my intuition is picking up on, or it's literally on the cards themselves. So if it truly resonates for you, I highly encourage you to speak to those experts in those areas of expertise. I am also the author. The work of both fairy tales in my hand here, The Princess and Her Inner Voice, which is a fairy tale work for children about their intuition, what it is, how it speaks to them, and how if they listen to it, it can help them to overcome all obstacles, help them to heal from all traumas, as well as get them to their happy ending in whichever way that looks for them. It is a very self-love and self-worth based fairy tale. As well as The Dark High Priestess and The Prophecy of the Queen of the Unseen. This is a fairy tale written for adults about healing and overcoming spiritual warfare and narcissistic abuse from family, lovers, and friends, and how to keep that inner flame lit despite any adversity you may be going through or experiencing. That no matter how dire your situation may seem, that you always have a choice and that you're never alone. There's always benevolent beings that are around you just waiting for you to give them consent, to provide you with guidance, and to intervene and to intercede on your behalf and reach your soul purpose in this lifetime. Both of these fairy tales are in the bard format, okay, which means that they rhyme. So think like Dr. Seuss meets Grimm's fairy tales. They're written and illustrated in such a way to heal and appeal to your inner child as you read them. They're short, they're sweet, they inspire hope, and they make you feel good as you read them. The audiobook has been released for both books. Will be attached to this video for your convenience, as well as can be found on my channel. However, if you wish to purchase the physical copies, you can find them on online resources, Amazon, Walmart, and Barnes & Noble, just to name a few. The Princess and Her Inner Voice in its second edition print, which means that the autographed first edition, as well as my products, can be found on my website, which is www.aspiraltotheself.com. All the information in the description box below for your convenience, as well as all my social media platforms and pages, so that way you do not get scammed by people or pages pretending to be me. As always, I begin each reading and forecast with a prayer. I call upon God, Bandra, Great Goddess Morgan, the 23, Blue, the Archangels, my ancestors, and the seen unseen. Please only allow this forecast for any what I call upon, which is high vibrational energy and frequency. If any low vibrational entities, beings, and energy try to come through or try to ask, project, open portal, remove, be monitoring spirit in the past, present, or in the future, I ask that you block, bind, and blind, and immediately return to center, which I give you full consent to intervene and to intercede on my behalf in whichever way you deem fit. Please allow me to see what the collective to know by clear, concise messages. If any try to abuse technology in any kind of way, in the past, the present, or in the future, by trying to take a screenshot, ask, project, open a portal, remote, be monitoring spirit, I ask that you block, bind, and blind, and immediately return to sender, in which I give you full consent to hold them accountable and bring them to justice in your way. Please protect me, this channel, the video, and the viewers as I deliver this divinely guided message. Any curses, hexes, evil eye, black magic, witchcraft, and bindings, that they be dissolved, transmuted, and intervened by the All-High. The sender's mask be ripped off, they'll be unable to hide all their lies, deceit, and ill intentions will become exposed and publicly known. Okay, collective. So a lot is going on astrologically. Again, I appreciate your patience and your understanding when it comes to the dated material collective readings. Okay, I do the astrological collective readings. I typically do like 2 a week, depending upon how much is going on astrologically when it comes to planetary events. Okay. Like when they change zodiac signs, or if they go in retrograde, I typically do collective tarot readings for those. There's just a lot going on astrologically, so I've been having to do like 3 a week, okay? And if I truly did them how I am devoted to do them, I would literally have an entire week of just dated material. And I don't want to do that, so I appreciate your patience. Just a lot going on, and the message that I'm here to give you today, okay, let this be your confirmation that the struggle is coming to an end, okay? There's an end of a 16-year karmic cycle. Essentially, we're cleansing out all that energy, okay? We have the partial solar eclipse that's going on. It's eclipse season, so we're filtering out that old energy, and essentially it's bringing in new. Plus you have Pluto in Aquarius, which has been in Aquarius since 2024. However, it's paired with Neptune going into the sign of Aries, which is the beginning of a new era, a new 14 year cycle. Okay, so this is all about spiritual revolutions going on, spiritual changes. being committed to our purpose, things like that. And we're filtering out that old energy, okay, the past cycle. So a lot's going on, okay, the energy is very dense. You could be feeling very depleted. You could be feel very like you just need to sleep, or just very drained all of a sudden, or it hit you all at once. Just remember to practice self-care at this time. That's the most important. Make yourself a priority, as you always should. And, just really pay attention to what your body needs, okay? Your intuition may be prompting you to make some health changes, okay? Healthy habit changes, like diet and things like that, in order to navigate through these energies. Okay, there's a reason why you're feeling that way. Exercising would also help you, like going for a walk would definitely help you as well. So just buckle up, okay? Collectively in those tarot readings, it's a lot of good energy coming through, okay? A lot of people are getting ready to have a windfall of abundance and blessings coming in, okay? So just keep on. You're being rewarded for continuing your faith, having faith despite all the obstacles and hardships, especially if you are in that that karmic cycle that's lasted for the past 16 years, okay? You're being rewarded for continuing your faith, having, a good heart despite it all, not turning into the monsters that were trying to victimize you, okay? Keeping a good heart, keeping the faith, and keeping a positive mindset. You are being rewarded, okay? Many of you guys are going to be having divine unions, so higher level soulmate, twin flames, which means that you did the work. You've surpassed your karmic lessons, which means you learned the lesson, because if you don't learn the lesson, then you repeat it into someone else. Essentially, it's like no matter where you go, if you don't learn the lesson, you will meet it in another body. It may look different, but it's the same person, okay? So many of you have learned those lessons. You're in alignment with your divine unions, and these divine unions bring a lot of abundance and blessings and unconditional love and just overall stability. So you guys have earned it. You deserve it. So just keep going. And typically when we have a windfall of abundance, that's when, the dark forces, evil, Satan, Lucifer, whatever you want to call it, tend to try to work overdrive to get you down, because they don't want you to see the finish line. They don't want you to see the light at the end of the tunnel. They want you to think it's a trick, that, the light's not actually there, like trying to, mind F you into thinking that, like, it's never going to come. It's coming. It's coming. You've earned it. You deserve it. It's here. You just have to keep going. You can't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop. Don't stop, okay? Just keep going, keep creating. Your breakthrough is coming. So just keep that in mind. So currently we have 2 planets that are in retrograde, and we have 2 major asteroids that are in retrograde. Mercury will station direct as of next week. Like, this will be the last week that it's in retrograde. So again, that heavy, dense energy that you've been feeling along with the eclipse and the equinox is going to be filtering out a little bit. It's going to lighten up. So Mercury is going to be in retrograde until April 6th, 2025. This is where our communication is direct, impulsive, and candid, okay? Then you have Venus retrograde, which will be in retrograde until April 12th of 2025. This is evaluating our relationships, being direct and impulsive with anything that is causing us discomfort or dissatisfying us. Essentially, we're reevaluating our relationships. We're being very direct in how we handle these situations, how we talk to people. You may even be impulsive, like you just had enough and you're cutting your losses and moving on up, okay? Then you have Vesta retrograde, which will be in retrograde until June 14th of 2025. This is a very highly introspective time, especially uncovering truths of our purpose. That's a big theme for 2025, is uncovering our purpose, being further into our soul purpose, just going within to receive guidance, because all the information that we need is within us. Then you have Juno retrograde, which will be in retrograde until July 10th of 2025. This is moving away from traditional expectations in relationships, okay? So thinking about like what you need in relationships, like that traditional, like the man stays at, works and the woman stays at home, or the gender roles and things like that. You're going to start seeing people embrace their most authentic self, which means they're going to have their own needs, and they're going to be looking for relationships that are in alignment with those needs versus, what they've been told that they have to have that may not be working for them or may be very toxic to them, okay? It doesn't work for everyone. And, again, we're in a new era, that Pluto in Aquarius. We are all going through revolutionary changes. So there's going to be a lot of changes because the world is changing. The old model doesn't work for the new era. So it's going to be changing. And a lot of people are awakening to the fact that a lot of the relationships that they've seen were very toxic. They never worked, you know. Like, there was an illusion that they worked, but they never truly worked. It was an illusion, and because, you know, you didn't have social media and, you know, people broadcasting their relationships, you didn't see it. You didn't see that it was all facade. It was all an illusion. Okay, yeah, I'm saying that there could have been some, you know, happy traditional relationships out there, but it doesn't work for everybody. Okay, and especially now where you have both partners and the workforce making money, okay, to survive. Because I mean, majority of households need 2 incomes just to survive. So like, the old model doesn't work. You know, you can't have the man go to work and then come home and do nothing all day while the woman goes to work, but then has to come home and raise the kids, clean and do the homework and all that shit when she's also working too, right? Or vice versa, put it where it fits. So I mean, the needs are changing, and we're trying to get relationships that coincide with those needs. Now let's get into the weekly energies, okay? These can last from 48 hours to a couple weeks, okay? What's been very prevalent is that stellium. So a stellium is when multiple planets are in the same zodiac sign. This has been occurring since late January, early February. The stellium's been in Pisces and now is slowly transitioning into Aries. So you're going to be seeing that. So all this week, we're going to have that stellium energy where we are in a new era of spiritual evolution as we further align with our purpose of being a leader, expressing ourselves in a direct way, as well as reconnecting with our intuition. Our intuition will communicate with us that there is a karmic lesson surrounding our self-worth, where we will need to take action and be impulsive and passionate in our relationships. Spirit, what does the collective need to know about the action that they need to take this week when it comes to this karmic lesson? What kind of action does the collective need to take this week when it comes to this karmic lesson? What kind of action do they need to take in their relationships? So again, you're going to have the mental clarity here of what kind of action you take. The angel number 555 is the angel number for change. So you're going to have the mental clarity, whatever changes that you need to make, because you're going to be essentially given some kind of message from the divine. Okay, 444 is the angel number for the angels are protecting and guiding you at this time. So you're going to be getting some kind of guidance here on what action to take, okay, when it comes to creating something new. Okay, so you're going to be creating something new. You're going to be utilizing that creative energy, and that's also a big theme this week. And it's going to tell you what you need to do when it comes to relationships, creating something new. And it says soul expression, expressing your soul, whatever your soul needs. Then towards the middle to the week, to the end of the week, so April 3rd to April 6th, there will be a character-affirming experience that will not benefit from protection in this new era of spiritual evolution. We may struggle to be our most authentic self. However, in order to revolutionize our lives, we will need to express ourselves in a direct but candid way, even though we are empathic and sensitive to others. So essentially, it's like not watering yourself down and not trying to, you know, sugarcoat things because you're scared of, you know, stepping on somebody's toes or hurting somebody's feeling. Now, I'm not saying be a complete a-hole. Okay, that's not what I'm saying. This is saying, like, you need to be direct with what it is that you need. You need to be direct in what you want here and what you're trying to express, because you can have most definitely people out here who will try to misconstrue what you say. You know, they will play on you being sensitive. They will play on your empathy, okay? So you have to be direct, so that way there's no room for misunderstanding. How is the collective going to be revolutionizing their lives in this way with this character-affirming experience? How is the collective going to be revolutionizing their lives when it comes to making these changes? So your guardian angel here, your spirit family, is telling you that it has to do with your thoughts and your vibration. So keeping your thoughts very positive, keeping your thoughts very high vibrational. So that means like positive self-talk. And that's required for you to move forward. Okay, the hidden truth here, something beneath the surface. So that is why you have to express yourself in a direct way. Okay, so you may be in some kind of self-imposed cage, or you may be having negative self-talk like, well, no one cares about what I have to say, or, you know, my needs are important, they're not going to respond well to it anyway, or, oh, it's just going to hurt their feelings, or, oh, you know, this isn't going to go the way I want it to. Okay, there's something hidden here. There's some truth that needs to be uncovered, and your spirit guides are telling you to keep your thoughts and your vibrations high, because that way you attract those kind of outcomes. You know, when your internal programming is positive, meaning like you have positive self-talk, you will attract to those kind of experiences. However, if it's the latter, then that means that you will attract further experiences to validate that feeling that you have. So if you think that like no one cares, you're gonna attract those kind of experiences to further validate that feeling. So your spirit guides are telling you that there's something here that needs to be uncovered. There's some kind of hidden truth here, there's something unknown, and you need to be direct when you talk to people. And that's going to essentially, the truth is going to set you free, so to speak. Then on April 4th to the 6th, there will be intense energy to take action, to initiate the changes, to transform a wound into power in order to revolutionize our lives. However, there will be tension as we will need to find strength through our tenacity, as our intuitive focus will be to bring emotional healing to the home, pursue anything that makes us happy, as we'll be inclined to be sensitive and nurturing with others. So again, like it's like this week, you're going to be highly empathetic and very nurturing and sensitive. Like that's just going to be your overall like feeling, your overall personality. And you're just being told right now that, you know, focus on that joy, that happiness. Find happiness in the small things. And that's how you're going to be healing, which definitely coincides with the chakra this week, which is the heart chakra. It looks like there's going to be a lot of heart chakra healing this week, okay? Especially since it has to do with that relationship energy, revolutionizing our lives, being direct and candid and impulsive with relationships. Again, reevaluating relationships that no longer are in alignment with us, okay? It's like no shade to anybody, but it's not in alignment with you anymore. You learned your lesson, it's time to move on, right? And it all comes with healing, like knowing your worth. A lot of relationships that you had were been on trauma bonds, or they were, you know, built around toxic habits like drinking, going out, gossiping, things like that. And that's not in alignment with you anymore. So Spirit, tell us what kind of action the collective needs to take in order to transform a wound into power. What kind of action does the collective need to take this week to transform a wound into power? Yeah. So it has to do with your inner strength. There's something here that's making you essentially dim your own light. That inner flame that is within you. Like something that's zapping away your inner strength. You have Archangel Zadkiel here that's telling you to show yourself some compassion and to forgive, okay? This could also be within the home because there's an emphasis on emotional healing within the home that may be making you feel powerless or taking away your power or things like that. You need to forgive yourself, show yourself some compassion, but also others around you so that way you can heal. Now, getting into the daily energies. So March 31st, Mercury contraparallels Neptune. So this is where we're going to be direct and impulsive in our communications, which may cause some tension to the manifestations of our spiritual ideas. As one small change can turn the wheels of more significant transformations. Get back to creating. Don't give up. The struggle is coming to an end. Again, like one small change can make a big impact, okay? But everything has a consequence. Then April 1st, Moon will be in Taurus. Our intuitive focus will be to keep ourselves grounded through changing any unhealthy habits and to create a space for a healthier ways of living. Go at a slow but steady pace. You're going to be more focused on the practical and logical. April 2nd, Sun parallels with Venus and Venus conjunctions the North Node. There's going to be a time of celebration here, okay? There's going to be some kind of jubilant festivity, okay, that's coming for you. The energy will be heightened as well as harmonious for further aligning us with our purpose through taking action and being direct and impulsive in love. Don't prejudge the situation, okay? A balance of work, rest, and play keeps the doctor away. April 3rd, the moon will be in Cancer. Our intuitive focus will be to bring emotional healing to the home through releasing and healing the deep grief associated with painful endings. Make time to meditate as it is essential for your inner peace. Surrender to compassion, forgiveness, and peace. April 4th, Saturn sextiles Uranus and Mars sextiles Uranus. Remain grounded and know that this problematic period will soon be over. Of you struggling to be your most authentic self in a practical way, as there will be many opportunities to find strength through your tenacity, as well as our intuition will highlight how to overcome a karmic lesson surrounding our self-value. Everything you need to know is within you, okay? So like highly introspective time. April 5th, Mars trines Saturn and the Sun quintiles Pluto. We are in a new period of karmic lessons. So essentially, again, like we have learned one set of karmic lessons, and now we are in a whole new set of karmic lessons that we are learning. Because remember, we are humans having a human experience, and our souls are here to grow and evolve, okay? We are here to learn. Essentially, like, life is just one big school, one big class, if you will. Yeah, these karmic lessons are going to be surrounding our self-value, that we will need to find strength or tenacity. Never settle for something because it appears to be the only option that you have. You have other options, okay? Again, like, expand your awareness. Get out of those self-limiting beliefs and limitations that you may have. It's safe to move forward as a lucky break is on the rise. The energy will be heightened to take action and to tap into our creative talents for the potential to revolutionize our lives. There's a lot of potential here to utilize your creativity and whatever kind of talents that you possess. April 6th, the moon will be in Leo, Sun sextiles Jupiter, Venus trines Mars, and Venus contraparallels Saturn. The energy will be heightened to take action and be direct, as there will be many opportunities to ask questions on how to expand in our lives. Our intuition will focus on pursuing anything that brings us happiness and to socialize with others. We will feel the need to be direct and impulsive in relationships, which may cause tension with this karmic lesson surrounding our self-value, as we are in a new period of finding strength through our tenacity. Okay, again, this is a new set of karmic lessons where we are going to have to go within and find the strength, okay? And that goes with the chakra that corresponds with this week's energies, which is the heart chakra. The heart chakra is our center of relationships, love, and compassion. It affects the physical process involving circulation and respiratory functions. Has an electromagnetic field that emanates 5,000 times more powerful than the brain. The yang function of this chakra pertains to relationships with others and what we are giving to the world. The yin function is relationships with self and what we are willing to receive from the world. Feeling worthy, okay? Feeling worthy of what we are receiving, feeling worthy of love, okay? And I've been seeing some misconceptions out there where people misconstrue like spiritual advice, like saying that you have to love yourself in order to be worthy of being loved. That's not what it is. Or that you attract who you are. It's a misconstruation, if I'm even saying that right. I could have just made up a word, whatever, go with it. You know what I'm talking about. It's people misconstruing a spiritual belief, okay? So if you're here, you believe in chakras, you believe in consciousness, you believe in high vibrations, life lessons, things like that. It's not, you don't attract who you are, you attract the vibration and consciousness that you are. So if you are in a low vibrational consciousness because you have healing that you need to do, you have wounds, it means that until you learn those karmic lessons, again, you will repeat them. So if it seems like every single person around you sucks, it's because there is a wound that is vibrating with that person, and that person is coming to you, and both of you are mirroring each other. You're both going to trigger each other and illuminate each other, the wounds, until you heal them. And then once you heal them, you don't attract those kind of people anymore. So, prime example, if you are a healer or a light worker, a chosen one, a starseed, an earth angel, a shaman, you typically, part of one of your karmic lessons is that you will attract narcissists. That's something that you have to learn the lesson of, because you're a giver, you're a nurturer, you're very empathic, you're very sensitive, right? And those kinds of people play on people who are very nurturing, empathic. So you have to learn as a healer, as an empath, as a light worker, someone here who has a purpose of healing, that you have to know when to stop. You need to learn the lessons of boundaries. You need to learn the lesson of self-love and self-worth. And until you learn that lesson, you will literally need that same spirit in other people until you learn that lesson, okay? And it's also not that you have to love yourself to be worthy of love. No, it's when you show yourself self-love, when you truly love yourself, that energy will be mirrored back to you by another who also loves themselves, okay? Like, if you're going out here having relationships and you don't have self-love, you're going to attract to you another person who also doesn't have self-love, and you're going to trigger each other's wounds. You're also not going to feel worthy of love, which means that you could also sabotage the relationship. They could go into, just a whole bunch of different things. You could sabotage a relationship, they could sabotage a relationship. Or again, it's going to trigger both of your wounds. and the actions that are created to trigger those wounds. Okay, like if you have a lot of childhood trauma that you haven't healed, you're going to attract the kind of people that are going to come towards you and trigger those wounds to make you aware that you need to heal them. And say if you went through like abuse and things like that, you're going to attract really abusive partners until you heal that. And I know it sucks and it seems like it's not fair, but you have to heal that because you're at that vibration level of those individuals, because you still have a lot of healing to do. And that's the frequency that you are emanating at, okay? So when you love yourself, you will attract someone else who also loves themselves, which means that both of you are going to have your heart chakra open to love, to blessings, to opportunities, things like that. So if you keep it open, you feel love. So again, like I've been seeing the posts out there. I've been seeing, a lot of people sad, like saying, you know what, I just don't want to date anymore. The dating pool is trash. I can definitely empathize with that. It's just, one, I wouldn't encourage you to go looking for it. So like get off the dating websites. Let them come to you. And by let them come to you, I mean like if you're healing, you're doing the work, you're, having high vibrational habits, like you're changing the way you eat, your diet, you're being more conscious, you're changing the way that you think, having a positive mindset, things like that. You're taking care of your body, you're taking care of your environment, you're taking care of your energy. Let them come to you. If you're out there on dating websites, it's filled with low vibrational people. It's just like literally dating websites are nothing but a whole bunch of narcissists, cheaters, and low vibrational people. You're not going to find what you're looking for on that. So if you do the healing, the person that you're wanting will be attracted to you. You guys will be in alignment with each other, and it will happen. Again, like we're having a new wave of divine unions that are coming into fruition right now, and it's because you're in alignment. But don't go looking for it, because you're just going to get yourself hurt, because where you're looking is essentially a cesspool for low vibrational people who have not healed, who have not done the work, who are just looking to use and abuse another person. So get off those. It's not good for you, okay? Let them come to you. Our heart chakra communicates physical and emotional needs through actual physical sensations, heart pains and pangs, and emotional tugs. It receives messages from our higher self and guides us through dreams, sending and receiving healing energy, and it expresses living our heart's true desire. Again, your purpose, your passion is your purpose. Problems: if this chakra is out of misalignment or malfunction, you can have addiction such as sugar, wine, and love, and the inability to let go of a finished relationship, like being obsessive, which we've been seeing that a lot in the collective tarot readings, like being obsessive. People being obsessed with you when you have nothing to do with them or haven't seen them in years, right? It's their heart chakra is closed. Can lead to heart and circulatory disorders, asthma, bronchitis, pneumonia, sleep disorders. If this chakra is blocked, it's due to issues such as jealousy, bitterness, anger, hatred, inability to forgive others and oneself. Again, like forgiveness is a state of mind. It doesn't mean you excuse the other person's actions. It just means that you're not going to essentially punish yourself for what someone else did. Like there's a saying, I want to say it's like a monk saying, or a Buddhist saying, I'm not entirely sure, that says that anger is a way that we punish ourselves for what someone else does to us, or what another person's actions, which is true. Because yes, anger, you can transmute that into like creativity. You can create things out of it, or if you can let it eat you alive and put you in those bad feelings. Like, oh, I'm never gonna be good enough. No one's gonna want me, or things like that. Like when it comes to the heart chakra, like thinking that you aren't in deservance of love, or things like that. So and bitterness, and thinking that everyone's going to be like that. When you think that way, you will attract to you those kind of people that will further validate that experience to you. So you have to get out of that. Again, you truly don't understand the power of the mind and the power of attraction, the laws of attraction. Okay, it's an energy. And when we think positively, those are the kind of outcomes that we get. And I'm not talking about toxic positivity. I know that there's people out there that's like that. Okay, they can be whatever they want to be on the outside, but it matters what's on the inside. Okay, the positive self-talk. Like on the outside, they can be all up and positive. On the inside, they could be garbage, or the inside they could be beyond damage, or they could be very negative and talking very negative to themselves. Okay. People who don't do the work, don't, try to uncover their shadow. People who don't try to, heal their wounds, okay? That's not what we're talking about here. We're talking about actually fixing the way that you think and seeing how it reshapes your life, okay? The power of the mind fears of this chakra is fears of loneliness, commitment, leaps of faith, inability to protect oneself emotionally, emotional weakness, and betrayal, like experiencing a lot of betrayal or things like that. Now, what you can do if this chakra is at a misalignment or malfunction is you can eat a heart-healthy diet, such as the Mediterranean diet. You can go for walks. You can listen to 432 hertz music while you walk or just by itself. I want to say the frequency for the heart chakra is 596. Hold on, let me just think 1 second here. I'm going up in my mind what it is, or it's like 639, something like that. But I have a playlist for you. It's called Spiritual Wisdom and Sounds to Cleanse and Heal. I'll attach at the end of this video for you. It has the heart chakra frequency on there. Most people use the 432 hertz. However, I want to say the heart chakra is like 639 or something like that. That helps to keep the heart chakra open. Heart chakra stones can be like rose quartz, can be komboba, I think if I'm saying that right, komboba. It's a green stone. You've got malachite, you have turquoise. All of those help as well to keep the heart chakra open. So before I go, I'm going to give you some blunt advice, since that is what this week is all about, blunt advice. Spirit, what kind of blunt advice do you want the collective to know this week? What kind of blunt advice do you want the collective to know this week when it comes to healing their heart chakra? A lot. Okay, that's way too much, Spirit. Way too much. We're not trying to do like a quarter of the deck. What kind of blunt advice do you want the collective to know about their heart chakra? What pertains to their heart chakra? Blunt advice. Listen, bitch. Challenge your limits, but respect the shit out of them too. Listen, bitch. You're the author of your own story. Write a fucking bestseller. Listen, bitch. You might doubt it'll happen, but what if it fucking does? Keep the thoughts positive, right? All right, collective. I hope I was able to provide you with some clarity for this week, as well as what to anticipate for the energies of this week. Thank you for watching. If you like my vibe in this video, please like, share, and subscribe. It definitely helps out the channel. Please stay tuned for a brief little snippet of the Dark High Priestess and the Prophecy of the Queen of the Unseen. Bye.